Hello everyone, and you know when have those times where half of you is looking forward to doing something and half of you is dreading it, but all of you wants to do it? Well, that would describe this video, and as I alluded to at the end of my last video, it's all about slime. Yes, you'll see. Even though map 28 of this WOD is in fact called Drown in Slime, that is not the map you need to be worried about as far as slime is concerned. But before we get started with that, I do want to introduce that this is a 1000 lines community project, Take 1, released in 2019. There's a Take 2 using the old text that made release candidate in July. How this project, I actually did test 2 maps for this project right when it started. It started on January 12th, 2019, and I tested 2 maps for it. And why did I not test more than 2 maps for it? Well, if you've been following my channel for any decent amount of time, you'll know, needless to say, that all hell broke loose in my house only a few days later, and a week-long lead up to a terrible tragedy ensued. So, well, that's why I didn't get to test anymore. I will quickly show what I did test. Not show the whole map, but just show a preview of the map. I tested this map, Gateway by NASA. And I thought it was alright, though, a bit easy. And obviously there's some amount of rebus going on here. And I tested also Gotcha Now, Map 13 by Liberation, who, by the way, one of the players of the Doom World Megawad Club, Endless, missed this plasma gun that I just grabbed right over here. And this is a plasma-oriented level. So, somehow he was playing the entire level without a plasma gun. I guess if you rush out of the scout room, you might miss the plasma gun. And I remember having to take that drop into the blood for it. I still recorded some more levels after, well, all hell broke loose over the next week or 2, but this is the last one I tested prior to that. No, actually map 8 is the last one I tested. And just as a proof, map 28 of this WOD is indeed called Drown in Slime. I did not just make that up. Let me prove that to you here. And there is one more map in this WOD that I did play, in fact, though not in this WOD. It's Antares map, map 27, Moonstriker's Outpost. I did not play that map in this WOD, but I played that map as map 1 of Anti-Region Reliquary, which includes a gameplay mod, to be fair. But in fact, I played it as map 1 of Anti-Region Reliquary for my trailer video for my YouTube channel that I recorded about a month and a half ago. Going on 2 months ago. And I survived it pelt-free. Despite the fact that it was formerly in the map 27 slot of a Megawad. And map 27 of 1K Lines 2, by the way, Thunder Bastard by AN Mud, is anything but something I survived pelt-free. And one last note about the Doomworld Megawad Club before I get on with business. This month pick for the 1000 Lines Community Project won in August of 2020 follows a pick for Aquila in July of 2020. And while Aquila was actually started in late 2017 or early 2018, the Doomworld thread for Aquila was started on January 8, 2019. That makes 2 months in a row in which the Doomworld Megawad Club has played Megawads for which their threads started very close to that awful time in my life. Just incidental, but I wanted to make a mention of it. Anyways, it's time to get on with our main business for this video. And this is Map 16, Virulent Well by AD79. And about this level, it's 1,000 lines, no more than that, just like any other level in this WAD. And I have been warned on the Doomworld Megawad Club that this level is a beast. And a lot of people think it's complete BS. Or some people say even worse than that. You can add Capellan to that list. You can add Guitar DZ to that list, who actually recorded this level on YouTube and took almost an hour to do so. You could add DJVCardMaster to that list, just to name a few. And it seems suspect that Phobos has dropped out of the club for a few days, but it's unconfirmed as to why. This is Guitar DZ said this map is like a meme all in itself, and in his words, he doesn't really understand why it was accepted to just be in the middle of a Megawad. And to be honest, given it's a fairly casual Megawad, it's probably a travesty for continuous players. But, well, the composition of this WAD is history, and I sort of assume this level is basically a field of judgment. You're halfway through the WAD. It's Map 16. You finish 15 levels, not counting the secret ones. You have 15 more levels to go. So let's put a real test right at the beginning of the second half of the WAD. And if you know what virulent means, it means it's like extremely painful. And I expect this map to be extremely painful. But as I said, half of me is still looking forward to playing it. So, after all that intro, and we do also have a music track, by the way, that was homemade by AD79 himself, let's start playing this level. And I am blind to it on ultraviolence, played through Z-Doom, and from a pistol start. And remember, I warned about slime. And you might see radsuits, but I can't get to them. Yes, bring the pain! Will I even manage to keep track of a pelt count? Can I actually beat it in a reasonable amount of time blind, unlike a lot of other players? I'll have to find out. This is 5% damaging slime. Well, I don't want to swallow Revenant rockets. And you can see radsuits. They're just not accessible though. Just as I warned they wouldn't, was warned kind of that they wouldn't be. Oh, I'll take cover here. I already figure I'm probably gonna fail this one. I've taken a lot of health already. So yes, Cannonball did in fact add more radiation suits to his Switcher Room 2 map, because if a project called Switcher Room 2 had something like that in it, I think there would be blood in the streets, given that Switcher Room 2 has a very explicit and defined concept to it. 1K lines, on the other hand, is the concept itself doesn't mean the leather wad isn't open to hard levels. Well, there's my first pelt. It's to the man's toes. We got a nice hellish theme going with some plutonia. My second pelt, it's also to the man's toes. I think I'll start this fight with some rockets to thin things out a bit. It's really the Mancubus I've got to be dodging until I can pump about 9 shells into it. That switch doesn't work, that one does. A secret is revealed, but how helpful will be. Well, blue armor will take away 50% of the damage. And there's even slime on the ceiling. I don't care that map 28 is called Drown in Slime. If you drown in slime in this wad, it's much more likely to be on this level. However, everyone all the authors kind of named the maps independently, and the name Virulent, well, Virulent, I believe, means something very, very unpleasant. And even if I end up liking this map, you can't disagree that this is something very, very unpleasant. Obviously, when I try to take cover, there'll be some chain gunners. I'll be proud of myself if I can finish this on my first try. Let me go, get the health. A lot more healing than I have damage. And of course, I go here to find out a lift that doesn't operate and the red key door. So let's find somewhere else I can travel to and that's not slime. And those radsuits are just tantalizing too. But yeah, when I talked about Cannonball adding more radsuits to his Switcher Room 2 map, this might be the level that stands as a true successor to Obituary Written as a result. Even though I see radsuits, I've seen at least 3 or 4 of them, and the original version of Obituary Written actually had no radsuits at all. But this level is also non-linear. And I need that ammo, despite the extra damage I'm gonna take to get it. I'm gonna take a risk. One more of the candles, and that's a 20% damaging floor now. The slime is 5% damage. That's an appalling 20% damaging floor down. Which means the chances of actually securing a super shotgun are very low, and then probably at 4 or 5 pelts at this point. Some of them being mutations, of course. I mean, I think you'd have to be practically a miracle to accomplish this level without mutating. And even more of a miracle to accomplish it without pelting. And the world sometimes needs better miracles than that anyways. I got to say, as painful as I know this is gonna be, I'm very up to it so far. But I've only spent 6 minutes and a couple seconds and a little more time in death. Which means if the videos I've seen are any teller, I'm nowhere near done yet. Okay, well, that doesn't give me much cover because there's slime on both sides of it. This does. I can pick off a few more enemies. And there's some health. It's not even like Obituary with him, but there's almost no health. And that's a good sign. The plasma gun will help me. I mean, 8079 is not Chris Hansen, who likes to starve on health. We're literally in an entire room of lava here, and we only have a very small area that isn't lava, and we have an ouch vial in the center, but not lava, mind you, slime, as I warned you'd be dealing with. But if I go to any of these sides, the ouch vial's gonna zap me. And I've run out of plasma ammo. I've got to use rockets, but get towards the center before that ouch vial zaps me. And there's actually 2 of them that can zap me. It's literally a triple threat in this room. There's a quadruple threat. There's ground enemies. There's eating rockets. There's slime. And there's 2 turrets. There's like 4 ways to die in this room. And it's probably an area like this, that's why do people say that even after you've learned how to route your way through this level, doing it saveless is gonna be brutal. Well, I killed the Revenant. It's still very hard to avoid exposure to those ouch vials. It's like a catch-22. No matter how you do it, you take damage. I'd be interested if this level could be done by anyone without taking any damage from monsters. And I may be out of luck. I have 7% health and only some stim packs and ouch vials. And even standing here, the ouch vials can zap me. There's absolutely no place to stand where I can just be safe. This could be a failed one already because I simply have I do not have the resources to carry it out. Oh, I just realized that somewhat miraculously, AD forgot to mark the middle here as a damaging sector. Probably accidentally. Now it's time to release version 1.1 with the middle marked as a damaging sector, so... because that's the only way I might have a chance to live through this fight. Yeah, if AD had not forgot to mark the middle here as a damaging sector, I'd have been a goner pretty much. And I'd better grab the health first, but flip that switch and I want my plasma. And I actually made it. But I only have 2% health and the expo was exposed to hit scanners right away. Yeah, because if that hadn't been... well, nothing that's spawning right in front of a shotgun, no. Still cannot take, and even those zombie men cannot hit scan me if I'm to live this. I guess I own my way to the yellow key, but I don't know if I might be instantly soft locked. Yes, I'm dead. Because there's no way I can get to safety. Can I actually get to safety fast enough? Is there any way to safety in 1 second here? Not that direction. Certainly not that direction. Well, the only way that's even remotely... the only way that's even remotely close is that direction. And that's no way, no way I'm making that in 1 second. So, hello. 10 minutes, 18 seconds. And my first one that I can't complete. Starting over. So I'm gonna use my knowledge from the previous one to see what I can come up with for this one. I really want... well, no, I don't want to go there. That's a 30% damaging throw. Don't I dare drop in there. Yep, just like Cannonball's map in its first iteration, I grabbed the key, but I'm in a no-win situation. Oh, okay, I didn't go here. There's a super shotgun. I think I'll try to go here. I mean, putting this money, I just skipped with everything. Putting this level in the middle of a Megawad is like having $1,000 and putting it all on red and let it ride. It's a huge bet that could turn us, that could be a monster loss to the WAD if a lot of players just decide they're gonna quit at this point. Ordinary traps is actually something I can handle. There's no damaging throw. It's just some monsters and they got a super shotgun. It's actually a complete anticlimax. Of course, I got to get out through the teleporter. And it doesn't spawn me into, of course, the most convenient spot. But I'll deal with this area. There's a little bit, there's some plutonia here and there's some thigh flesh consumed here, I think. More so than Inferno. But really the style of the architecture is like a huge second thought. I mean, I couldn't care less. I'm gonna ignore the Mancubus to save some ammo. Given that I need it for this Mancubus, that there's very little chance I'll get that blue ammo without killing him. And that blue ammo halves my damage from this slime. Well, that's a pelt. I think I'll fall out this side. Those demons worked as well as any wall ever could have. I don't have a berserk pack. I had better just proceed on, kill these two chain gunners. I'm already at 6% health. I'm not liking it. And not the map, I mean, but just the situation I'm in. So let me see if I can maybe do that a little better. Well, I may as well, if I go though, take out those chain gunners. But if I was doing any better, I'd be disappointed because that means this level didn't live up to all the hype that the Megawad Club has given it. Whether good or bad reviews, there's no question that everyone's giving it a lot of hype. They better deliver it, and it's been delivering it so far. With that map, with that mistaken AD's pouch being just a slight blemish. That you can actually take cover from the outspells without a damaging throw. That doesn't help with the ground level enemies though. Yep, let's refill and go in here again. There's nowhere safe to stand. Except here, I can stand right in the slime in the middle because of AD's mistake. This is probably the only place of the level that actually has a strategy, and it's a mistake at that. Even then though, I got to get rid of that Revenant. And I have almost no ammo except for rockets, which means I've got to back away to shoot these imps. And when I back away, I'm exposed to the fire of the ouch vials. Okay, well now I'm down to just the outfell, and I'll leave this area with more health than I did last time. Though I don't know I would have managed that if I just wasn't aware that you can... AD made a mistake here. Just being a rocket turret, throw as many as I can, standing on the tiny sliver of safety that is that switch. Then make sure I collect everything before I actually take the teleport out. And I know for what's beyond the teleporter, I want a chain gun. Imagine that I actually have a decent amount of stuff to collect. 65% health that I'm hoping I can hold on to. Actually, 77% health now, approaching the yellow key. And the shotgun though somehow wasn't there this time. You stupid demon! Yes, I'm playing with infinite height because there's nothing specifically saying it shouldn't be played with infinite height, and it's not a Steve D map. Okay, now the next challenge is finding where is that yellow key used. I think I found the yellow skull door and the red skull door already, but not in this direction. Well, that's the red skull door. Nope, that isn't the yellow skull door. That's the yellow skull door. Let me redo it optimally. And guess what's behind it? More slime. If I playtested this level, I don't know what warnings I would have given about it. Well, here's a teleporter at 71% health. Oh, no, it's not a teleporter. It's a trap. But that was nothing. And look, we have radiation suits. I mean, like, the worst might actually be over. Might. I think the radiation suits are so you can go into the 20% damage floor. Because there ain't no way you're surviving the this 20% damage floor without a radiation suit for this long. And keep in mind your radiation suits can leak on a 20% damage floor. So it's not like you exactly just are guaranteed to have as long as your radiation suit lasts. I think I just had a leak about a few seconds ago. and my radiation suit ran out. That basically means, sorry dude, you won't fast enough. Can I find another radiation suit? Really? Am I dead here? There's nothing but damaging floors. 20% damaging floor as far as the eye can see. I think I needed to hit that switch sooner. If and only if I get lucky might that teleporter be revealed in time. Otherwise, I have yet another failed one. Oh, I might be able to wait for that teleporter. Okay, instantly hit that switch as soon as possible. Then just try to take no damage from the monsters until that teleporter is mine. I got it! With 6% health, but I took a... Come on. You can't appear fast enough. There, I actually didn't. I was literally 1 second away from having a no-win situation there. The soonest I could possibly get in that teleporter, even without taking damage from the monsters, was with single-digit health left. Which, even if I had the 100% ammo, I would mutate to death on that floor in 1 more second. Now, of course, not being blind, I could do it faster, but being blind and trying to fight the monsters, I was 1 second away from a no-win situation. One second longer. If I procrastinated 1 more second before, if I'd taken 1 second longer doing other things on the 20% damaging floor, I would have died. Guaranteed death. Or if my radiation suit mutated 1 more time. Yup, bring another fight down. This one with some different enemies. We've got web replacing the chain gun. I mean, literally the slime above you. How did this level not end up being called Drown in Slime? It's actually a relief when you can just experience the gameplay. I want to find out how long has my video been so far. It is 1:05 a.m. And yes, I'm playing this level right before going to bed, just in case it made me rage so bad that I had no energy for anything else. And this is a 40-minute video, but there was about 5 or 6 minutes of introduction, so it's realistically in the 30s. I mean, that's like unheard of. I spawned where there's no damaging floor either after taking the teleporter. Monsters, on the other hand, There's plenty of them, and I don't have plenty of strong ammo. I bet they'll camp here and defeat that Hell Knight. And I better not fall off these platforms here because that's 20% damaging. That's a 20% damaging, so maybe I don't need to waste my ammo on those ouch vials. It's only a matter of time though before the... Yeah, because if that ouch vial... If there's 2 ouch vials, and if I fall off, I'm dead. The best I can do is just fire in the hole right away. If I get zapped, not only do I have to survive the zap, but I can't land in the lava. But it's actually manageable. Okay, it's that bridge. It's actually have a considerable portion of the level that doesn't take place on damaging floors. I mean, if I was AD in the spirit of this level, I'd make all these walkways be almost the chasm size. And yes, I know I'm just talking about being completely and utterly sadistic down. Like if there isn't enough rage at this level already. Jump across and I revisit right where I got the yellow key to get the red key. And the red door is right there. And that's the exit. I completed Virulent well, failing only one time, almost twice. It actually turns into more of a normal map once you've beaten the first half. But, yeah, in 15 minutes 37 seconds, I think I had a better performance than I expected. But definitely, this map is mean, because it isn't easy in the monster category either. And then consider that the cheese I used for the outtrials was probably not supposed to be there. But I hope you enjoyed watching, and well, the first half certainly did not let me down. I could say all you'd have to do would be narrow those walkways to have the second half seem equally cruel. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video or my videos in general, please feel free and welcome to leave a comment. I always highly appreciate them. And there should be links to other playlists in the description. Also sub-link in the video description. If you have requests, feel free to leave them. This is Capcom 1, less exhausted than I was potentially prepared for, but nonetheless satisfied. And I hope Steve D was satisfied with my pelt count. Signing off here.